Heroes and Generals 2 was announced. For new viewers on my channel, Heroes and Generals 2 will be a free-to-play MMO game that combines first-person shooter gameplay with real-time strategy elements set in World War II. Players can choose to join either the Axis or the Allies and take on the roles of both a soldier and a general to wage war in immersive combined arms battles. The game features a persistent world where all actions matter, and players can progress their careers in a fun and entertaining way. Heroes and Generals 2 will be released on PC, with plans to move to consoles after release. The game will be developed in Unreal Engine 5, and the reworked strategy game layer will feature new mechanics and a resource and supply system. The game's monetization system will be transparent and fair, with a focus on aspects that don't impact gameplay. The developers plan to offer regular content updates and features such as clan wars, tournaments, among others. Did I expect this? Yes, I did. I restarted Heroes and Generals in November 2021 when I heard the news that the old developers Ritomoto sold the intellectual property and their business operations to TLM Partners. I am an old Heroes and Generals veteran that started playing in May 2012. I checked out TLM Partners pretty fast and saw the company themselves growing very hard in those months, mainly active as subcontractors for some big-name games. Completely remote after COVID and people working for several games and studios is a part of their success. Their CEO worked for some big games and was 20 years ago the executive producer of an Exaption for Medal of Honor Allied Assault, one of my all-time favorite games. I was hyped to not say that much. Immediately I thought they would remake the game and ditch Heroes and Generals 1. But after several months of no real news or big updates, I left the game again in May 2022 and starting focus on my marathons. I still followed TLM Partners on LinkedIn and saw an UI guy working on a Heroes and Generals demo in Unreal Engine 5, although nobody at TLM could tell me a thing. He worked on it from February until June 2022. Finally, my Clan Devils Brigade did a reunion in the end of January 2023, and I had fun and restarted playing the game. I also started lurking on the TLM website and discovered a screenshot that seemed to be a remake of Heroes and Generals. I reached out to TLM and they admitted there would be a remake. I was super hyped. My hype got some pushes anyway after the Kickstarter launched, and I saw they were asking for $2 million from the community. Something I didn't see coming, although I expected the end of the original Heroes and Generals. The trailer looks promising. I really liked what they said in the video, and it delights me that the CEO is pretty involved in this, something I really never saw of the last CEO from Ritomoto. The gameplay in it was very basic, but gave me some old 2012 vibes. You can see here some footage of old Heroes and Generals. The Kickstarter has a very ambitious goal, especially because Heroes and Generals I will be closed down in 6 months from this announcement, and this upsetted a big part of the community. Because the game is free to play, the servers are all hosted by the game itself, and you can really play the full game without spending a dime. It is logical that they have to start over with a clean sheet. They have to do this to attract new players and to financially maintain this game for another decade. The fact this game will be made on Unreal Engine 5 makes me happy. They will soften the grind, make it easier for new players to get a higher player retention, and will try to monetize more on cosmetics, what Rito never wanted to do. The features stated in the Kickstarter motivated me more because I read a lot of suggestions that were demanded by the community. All things I support. TLM is a fresh wind for this game and needs to remake this game with all the positive things of Heroes and Generals. We need to let go the bad thoughts we have of the old developers that let this game crumble to its death with bad development decisions and outdated graphics. The idea of the game is gold, playing an FPS game with RTS resources of other players all ongoing in a big battle on a war map in Europe. Every headshot you make, every tank you destroy matters and will make another player happy or angry. So why should you pledge? I'm just picking out some things that I read in the Kickstarter and heard from people that had a question and answer session with TLM that make me believe you should pledge. Will be developed in Unreal Engine 5. The possibilities this engine will give to the game: good hit registry, a good sound system, good optimization, 4 night runs on the same engine. Reworked strategy game layer, the true cornerstone of H&G 2, featuring new mechanics and a resource. and supply system. A new resource and supply system will make the war for attrition more dependent on player actions. No more waiting time to deploy your units. There will be finally some love for the RTS part. TLM showed in the last update in the original game that they care about the RTS, with finally making it impossible to auto-block cities on the war map. TLM stating they will not touch the look and feel of Heroes and Generals. They will listen to the community and work to ensure the DNA of this game remains true to history and true to the franchise. The game speed will stay the same. No slow gameplay like Hell Let Loose or as fast as Apex Legends or Battlefield. The World War II theater with the planes, vehicles, and weaponry is perfect for a first-person shooter. With the goal of every map feeling unique, new map creation tools will allow them to create a large number of maps and handcrafted key locations such as Berlin. One of the biggest difficulties of the old engine was to create new maps. Better options for friends and clans of various sizes to team up. I heard the word clan twice in the trailer. Rumors are that it will be impossible that a fully stacked clan seal clubs a bunch of random players. I'm a clan player, and I'm very excited about this. This will be the end of Squad 2.0, where you get stuck in a random squad. They will also revert the specialist spam, where you have a team with more tankers and snipers than infantry. Nobody enjoys those games. The monetization system will be transparent and fair with a focus on aspects that don't have an impact on gameplay. I heard the heavyset badge will disappear and there will be a system of perks. Less grind. All progress is now based on your account and not individual soldiers. If you decide to create multiple soldiers, you no longer have to start from scratch. The progression system will be completely reworked. Easier and quicker access to core game components for new players. In my opinion, new player retention was one of the biggest deal breakers in the original game. Lack of tutorials made a lot of players quit early. For example, instant access to the war and strategy gameplay from day one. Reverting the spawn system. You will spawn on the last held point like it was in the old versions of Heroes and Generals. This was also the reason they put all old maps full of bushes and rocks. All these points give me the feeling we will have the ability to play a very polished game. Most of these things were suggested by me and other players to the new ownership last year by mail, Discord, and even on Reddit. I will paste the Reddit post in the comments, but I feel like TLM actually listened to the community last year and want to make our ultimate game. I am pledging all they weigh so I can keep giving them suggestions in alpha and beta so we all will have a better game. Heroes and Generals 2. Imagine the glory of seeing yourself immortalized in a video game set in the midst of World War II. Your chiseled features rendered in stunning 3D graphics, your heroic stance frozen in time as players around the world stare in awe at the majesty of your virtual likeness. As players traverse the battlefield, they might stumble upon your statue, a testament to your valor and bravery in the face of unimaginable danger. Your statue, towering above the rubble and destruction, a symbol of hope and inspiration to all those who would fight for freedom and justice. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? I need you to pledge so you can see my statue in Heroes and Generals 2. I made my last comeback and will keep playing Heroes and Generals 1 and hopefully 2 with your support. I wonder if you liked this deep dive. If so, comment below, like, and subscribe. Peace.